What's up, everybody? Hope you all had a great day. Getting into this episode of GH. I love when Sonny and Jason are in strategy mode. I love it. I love it. I love when they're plotting. It's always so much fun to watch. But I ain't mad at Jason for trying to come up with a contingency plan, because he was like, shit, if you lose the peers, he said, I got a deal where we can buy some peers in Rochester or whatever. He said, I just signed on, to get those or whatnot. And I think that was smart. But it's so weird because Sonny was like, he doesn't even use the peers in Port Charles. He said he don't even use that shit for illegal stuff no more. That's why I'm trying to figure out, like, what are they doing with Sonny and Jason? Like, as far as the mob is concerned, where are we going with this? Like, are they still going to be in the business? Are they trying to move them out of the business? Like, what are we doing? Because Sonny doesn't really seem like he even cares that much about the illegal shit anymore. And Jason seemed like he been over it too. So are we officially getting them out and this is their exit story? Well, not exit from the show, but, exit from the mob. That's what I'm curious about. Like, are we finally going to pull the trigger on that? Like, what are we doing? But Jason is just over Sidwell at this point. Jason was like, we need to take his ass out. And I get where Sonny coming from. I partly get where Sonny coming from. He want to plan this out carefully because he was like, it's too much going on. It's too many eyes watching him, and taking Sidwell out should be the last resort. Plus, he's worried about people that's connected to the situation. Like Lucas, he's a wild card at this point, and Sonny knows that Lucas wouldn't hesitate to go to the cops on him. Lucas is a snitch. And Sonny feel like they can't trust Lucas at this point anymore. Plus, it's the Christina and Alexis factor. He feel like, since they see Marco as a hero taking Sidwell out, that'll lead back to them. And, Christina and Alexis will be all over them about it. I feel like bump all that. All of those are weak-ass excuses on Sonny's part. Because, for one, Marco didn't really save Christina. That's the story that they like to tell. That's not really what happened. Homegirl could have ran her ass out that back door. I'm just saying. Let's be real. And furthermore, since when does and Sonny also said that the ADA, because Justine is keeping eyes on him, and plus the WSB, they're keeping tabs on Sidwell as well. So he feels like that's going to be a lot. If they go after Sidwell right now with all these eyes on them from the DA's office and the WSB, is going to be a hot mess. It's going to be a shit show. Especially on a federal level. But see, that's my thing. Since when does Sonny care? Like, this is the same man who murdered an FBI agent in cold blood on an estate with cameras and a dozen witnesses all on the estate. Since when does he care about taking out Sidwell because of the WSB or the ADA's office or the DA's office? Since when he give a shit? He had no problem killing Jagger and he got away with that. Like, you murdered an FBI agent and got away with that shit. It shouldn't be nothing for him to take Sidwell out. That should be nothing. All he got to do is make it look like it was an accident, or, make the evidence go away. Make sure there's no evidence. That's all you got to do. Take him out. Because Sidwell's a problem. And Sonny needs to find a way to solve that problem. And do it quickly. So anyway, moving on from that. Speaking of problems, Laura got a bunch of problems on her hand because she got to go into this final debate with Ezra. And not only that, she now doesn't have a police commissioner. And this is all coming at the worst possible time. Anna being gone, it's a horrible time, because if Ezra finds out that Anna has left town, quote unquote, he's going to use that against her. So that's not a good look. But Laura know that something ain't right. She knows something fishy going on. When Jack told her that Anna left town for a WSB assignment, Laura not buying that bullshit, because it doesn't sound like something Anna would do. Just abandon her job like that, especially without talking to Laura. Something ain't right with that. I don't believe it either. And then, we know it ain't true. We seen homegirl handcuffed, so we know it ain't real. And then Emma said that she got a voicemail from Anna saying that she was going out of town for WSB work. I don't buy none of this. I'm like, nah. Two things is going on here. Two things could have happened. One, whoever kidnapped Anna got a voice changer that has her voice on it, and that's who's been making these phone calls. Two, it's her sister Alex. It's one or the other or both. Like, it's something. It's something. But Laura need to figure it out and figure it out quickly, because she can't lose her position as mayor. Because if Ezra get that shit, that town is doomed. Port Charles is gonna be, it's gonna be it's such a shit show with him as mayor. It's gonna be a hot ass mess. I could already tell. So I don't blame her for being worried, but she just gonna have to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Come up with something. Like, hell, at this point, if Anna gonna be going and she don't know where she is, I would name Mac as an interim commissioner at this point. Do something. You know, show the people that they have some leadership down at the department. But anyway, moving on from that, I get exactly where Lulu coming from, because she's worried, and I don't blame her for being worried, because she did bring up a valid point. Because, you know, Charlotte is all thrilled about her father possibly being moved to a prison in the U.S. And she feels like the WSB is going to protect her, like Jack Brennan is going to, you know, have people protect her or whatever. But Lulu brought up a valid point, because once they get all the information out of Valentine that they need, there's no leverage. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason for Jack to continue to try and protect Charlotte and keep her safe. There's going to be no incentive for him to do that. So I get exactly where Lulu coming from. You know, I would be worried too, you know. But I would think that Valentine got some funds, you know, still in the bank somewhere. I'm like, I would just talk to him about hiring some security and he could just pay for it or whatever. That's what I would do. I mean, do something, you know, be proactive. But I know Lulu, she would never go to Valentine about no money. So, but sometimes you got to swallow that pride and do what you got to do. This ain't about you. It's about keeping your daughter safe. You know what I mean? So get that money on. Speaking of Valentine, him and Carly, I love that they're plotting. Like, Carly and Valentine working together, I never thought I would see today. I do love the little snark between them about their parenting. I love that shit. That shit was funny. But Valentine was hitting her with some facts. He was like, whatever your plan is to take down Jack, he said, you better do that shit flawlessly. Your plan got to be flawless. It got to go off without a hitch. Because if Jack get one little inkling that Carly is playing him, it's going to be a wrap. He's going to show that lady no mercy. And he going to use Jocelyn to do it. So Carly better make sure that she got this in the bag. Like, she know what she doing. You know what I mean? Because you can't fuck up not one time. But I do love them plotting together, though. It's actually quite fun. But Valentine had a point, though. He was like, Jack's weakness, obviously, is Carly and his ego. Both of those things are his blind spot. And they're going to use those to their advantage. As they should. But Carly going to have to play the shit out of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, she cannot fuck up not once. It can't be one flaw in this plan. Not a one. Get it together. Because Jack is already on his bullshit. Like, Jocelyn is not here for, you know, lying to Lucas or playing him or using him to get the job done as far as her job is concerned. She's not here for it. Like, she want to tip him off or whatever and let him know what's going on, or at the very least, you know, suggest to him that he shouldn't move in with Marco. Jack said, no, the fuck you not. Jack said, you're not going to suggest nothing. He was like, listen, Lucas is the most valuable asset we got right now. Because with him moving in with Marco and Sidwell, that puts them in a perfect position. You know what I'm saying? To get some intel. And he ain't about to let nobody mess that up. Not even Jocelyn. Because now he threatening Jocelyn. Letting her know that if she say anything to Lucas, it's going to be considered treason. And he'll have her locked up. I said, well, damn, Jack. Who pissed in your Cheerios? Like, this man just be on one. First he was threatening Anna with treason. Now you threatening one of your own agents? I said, well, damn. So, of course, he called Vaughn. Because he want Vaughn to beef up security or have their agents continue to keep an eye on Lucas, or bigger eye on him, now that he's going to be living with Sidwell and Marco, which I think is the dumbest thing Lucas could do. That was some stupid shit. Lucas agreeing to move in with Marco and Sidwell was dumb. Like, it's way too soon for all of that. You know, Marco sitting there to me, oh, I love you. You don't have to say it back. Lucas need to make better choices. I'm just saying, his love life is just, he know how to pick them. And Marco sitting there, oh, I'm nothing like Brad. You something like him. Y'all both, duplicitous as fuck. So use something like 'em. And of course, it's already started. This is what Sidwell was worried about. This is why he didn't want Lucas moving in, because he was worried Lucas was going to see something that he shouldn't see. And of course, he does. He walks right in and see Britt with Sidwell, and of course, Sidwell had to come up with a lie very quickly about why she was there. This is gonna be a hot mess. But I love that Britt eavesdropped on their conversation and she got some intel about Lucas moving in, because I'm pretty sure Britt is gonna do whatever she can to outmaneuver. She gonna outmaneuver everybody. She gonna try to do whatever she can to get out from under Sidwell and whoever his partner is. And learning information is the key to doing that. Because Sidwell still wants her to, keep eyes on Dalton or whatever, because Dalton is eager to get Sidwell out. Like, he wants to cut Sidwell out. So Britt just got to continue to, do everybody's bidding at this point. I enjoyed her little conversation with Emma, because Emma was trying to, offer her a peace offering or whatever. And, she was like, oh, it's going to be, we could work together. It's going to be good to work with you. And Britt was like, we're not going to be working together. She said, you better keep your little ass away from that lab, because it's authorized personnel only. A big part of me feel like Britt is trying to protect not only Emma, but Rocco and everybody else. Because whatever Britt and Dalton and Sidwell are working on is dangerous. And I think she's trying to keep Emma and everybody the hell away from it. I really do. I think that's exactly what she's trying to do. Because she might come off like a bitch and mean, but I think it's her way of trying to push people away, because she knows whatever they're working on is dangerous as hell. Like, it could get people hurt. And I think she's trying to keep the kids away from that. I hope so. But a big part of me think that's what she's trying to do. But that's not going to deter Emma. Like, Emma is keen on getting her way. Like, she is definitely working her plot to get that fob away from them or whatever. And now she got Charlotte in on it. Rocco tried to get the job done. He failed. So now Charlotte going to try to do it. And they're going to use the debates to do it, because they know that everybody at PCU is going to be so busy with the debate. This is the perfect time to get that key fob or whatever. Or the flash drive, key fob, whatever the hell it is. They need to get it. And Charlotte is determined to get it. I feel like something going to happen. Either to Charlotte or to Rocco. Something bad going to happen. I just got a feeling. I don't think none of them are coming out of this unscathed totally. Something bad is going to come their way. I honestly believe it. Sidwell is really working his magic. Like, that man is trying to get whatever intel on Sonny he can get, even going through Ava to do it. Ava at first, she was like, listen, I don't even want to talk about Sonny. Ava was like, shit, we got some peace and I'm trying to keep the peace. But she did, let Sidwell know, like, listen, it ain't ever going to be peace between Sidwell and Sonny, because she was like, as long as Sonny sees Sidwell as a threat to his children, it's going to be problems. It's going to be some real issues. I think deep down Ava knows that Sidwell trying to work her for any little information on Sonny that's going to help. I don't believe Ava's stupid. Like, she know that. But I wouldn't blame Ava if she ain't got that much loyalty to Sonny. She shouldn't, honestly. But it's not like she knows information that could hurt him. That she would want to share with Sidwell, because at the end of the day, Sonny is still her daughter's father. So there's got to be something there, to keep the peace. Like, I don't think she want to eliminate Sonny totally, but I'm pretty sure she wouldn't hesitate either. Ava don't give a damn. Ava would eat her young. So anyway, moving on from that. So we got a cameo appearance from, what's the actor? Peter Stormare? I remember that actor. He's played in a lot of movies, a lot of TV shows, some video games. One of the video games I played that I loved that he was in was Until Dawn, from Sony. I love that game, and I remember he played the psychiatrist in that game. I was shocked to see him in this episode, but I found out it was a cameo appearance. So it was something like, because he's going to be a part of, I think, it was like a cross promotion thing with Black Ops. So it was a one-off, but it was fun to see him. Because that scene with him and Felicia was creepy as shit, where he was watching her and she was on the phone and stuff like that, talking about horseback riding for James or whatever, or his horse lessons or whatever the case, riding lessons. And he had put a folder on her desk or whatever, and her pencil dry. It was a weird scene, but it was funny though, because I was like, what the hell is this? Is little James about to get kidnapped or something? But apparently that's all it was. It was like a little one-off situation, which is, I'm like, all right, that's cool. But anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section, let me know what you all thought, and I will see you all later. Have a great weekend. Peace.